Good morning, boys and girls, friends and lovers, children of all ages. How you doing today? I'm having a moving day today, but I want to tell you that Pikes Peak Auditors is in courtroom 4A this morning. You can join them by going on the WebEx and listening in to court. We will be listening here shortly, but I have to be conscientious that I cannot broadcast court until after we get the permission. The reason for that is that I'm looking at I'm in the city and county of Denver, in the state of Colorado, and in our regulations, I have to have a question asked legally. But realistically, like, that's something that we're looking at. Access the decision that the court made, and so we're going to continue to fight that fight. But right now, if you are aware, Pikes Peak Auditors, I believe he has a jury trial set for today, and I'm really mad because I didn't get a direct personal reminder. So I didn't go out and, I mean, I did like last week, but if you know everything that's been going on in my life this week, then you should know that yesterday or last night a direct phone call would have been a good friendly reminder. But anyway, I digress. That was my bobber stopping. Life's going on, folks. We're carrying on in the world. And the updates that I have. Hello, Elaine C. That I want to give you. What do I want to do? I got the list, so y'all just ain't talking. The masks are being made. That's the thing that we're doing today. Making masks until we have to move our office tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I have to be in my car driving to the airport. Arrive in Midway tomorrow afternoon. Good morning, Black National Freedom Fighter Blivitz, as well, Elaine C. We're going to be flying into Midway Airport, heading into Wisconsin for family services for my grandmother. And then I'm going to be in Chicago, I think, or depending on where the communication chain flows here, including all of you who watch this. If anybody's in the Illinois, Chicagoland area, put me up for a night. And would be interested in something like that. Going cop watching Chicagoland, auditing, whatever it is. We've been thinking about that National Freedom Fighter. I would love to. I cannot today, though, obviously. But that's an option that I would love to consider. Love to consider. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. I'm exhausted. I am doing my damnedest, though, before we move, because it could be a month or so before I have really honest time, 2 or 3 weeks, before I have time to get back into the mode of mask making, because there's summer jobs and summer programs to be had. Oops, busted the thread. Oh, well, I'm on the opposite side of the state. I know where Minnesota is, but I'm on the Lake Michigan side, and you're on the Mississippi River side, and I'm flying in for one reason and one reason only, and that is to be at my grandmother's funeral. I'm appalled pallbearer, casket bearer, whatever that is. You know what I mean? And got to do the honorable things. So I would love to come to Minnesota. If you're on the Onalaska side, that's flipping amazing. If you do you know where Onalaska is? Black National Freedom Fighter, are you close to that in the Mississippi side or the Minnesota side? I mean, boom. Yeah, you're on the Mississippi side. Onalaska. Onalaska is La Crosse, part of the state. If you know that. Thank you, Elaine Blivitz. Appreciate your chat there, your condolences. By the way, if you don't know, I am making the Eric Brandt Chartreuse mask. This mask that I'm making currently is a fundraiser for Eric. Obviously, if those of you who know that one of the guys that I took up with over the last 2 or 3 years, especially as we've grown this weird dichotomy in Denver and throughout the world, actually. When I think about it, because like I'm connected to Joe Cool, and I know James Freeman. I've met Johnny 5-0, right? These are people who have spent time and energy with Eric, and they're great human beings. This community that we've built of accountability, where people like Furry Potato, you know, or Otto the Watchdog are watched. So, how much is it for one of these? That's a fantastic question. The last 2 of them sold for $140 and $125 a piece, including shipping. These specific ones are autographed by the cop fucker himself and are intended to help raise money for his expenses. And when I mean expenses, I'm specifically and intentionally referring to the commissary, the daily grind of being in an institution that requires you to have a little sanity. So you got to have phone calls, you got to have stamps, you got to have commissary. And to do that, we're building this off the community and understand that there's a fee for the mass. Obviously, I do get like got to pay the print function. I've got to pay. I can make any mask that you want. Screen printed in a color logo that is in a quantity that I can take some time and do. It does take a little time, as you can see. I've been working on these masks specifically for 4, 5, 6 days. Listen, National Black Freedom Fighter, I wish that you could too, and I don't want you to have to. So we'll work on something, on an arrangement here. I just am currently on the travel focus. I've sold some of these for a lot less. And the reality is that those who came to Denver and got to hang out and be intentional with the community, some of them got one for free, some were able to kick in a little bit. But that was our time with Eric, and so that's kind of like a little memorial there. But you know, if Black National Freedom Fighter, my email, COMask, MaskeraID at gmail .com. That's Colorado Masquerade. You shoot me a line in there and offer me an honest consideration that standard mask like this, printed, sewn, is autographed as well, and we'll go from there. You know, you get $30, $40, something like that. I know $150 is a lot, and I'm not trying to get that out of everybody. Those who can will, those who can't, I get it. You know. So yeah, I get it. I get it, and I'm just saying that was an auction, right? We actually live streamed the other night, auctioned a couple of them off, and so that was some fundraising. Again, these are limited edition. So happy fucking Cops Day, Lalouse. And I'm gonna tell y'all that this channel, Cut the Plastic, is changing away from that. Not because of Eric, but because of who Cut the Plastic is. And I want to explain that to y'all because I love my work and I love what I do, but I have to depoliticize it to be able to grow this channel in this space. Now, why do I say that? Because this is where NBC, ABC, CBS, Fox, the Denver Police Department get their information from me. And when I say that, I want to tell you that in my trial, where the police observed me filming a protest, the city attorney's office, and I guess there was probably some, coordination and collaborations, communications. These items probably need to be Cora demanded. But what the cop said on the stand, which changes a lot, and I want to make sure you all understand what game we're playing here, is that the police watched my channel, right? There was a protest. They watched me on my live stream while they were watching the cameras above. They arrested me at this protest as the only one because they couldn't identify anybody else. And that's good, right? That's good for them that they can't identify anybody else. Because once you get known, then it's a whole different battle. And that's kind of where we're at, right here, right now. That's where we're at. Good morning, PJ. La Luz. So when we get to thinking about what we want Cut the Plastic to be in this space, it's no different than I told my good friend 2 years ago. I don't want to be angry, violent. I want my channel to be educational. I want it to be a place where people learn. There's a lot going on out there, and not just with the police, not just with the homeless, not just with the fact that our planet is dying as a living, breathing entity. We're in the middle of our 7th extinction, I believe. And Eric's spot of land shows a meteor. It shows not a meteor itself, but the impacts of a meteor. The impacts of ecologic time, of evolution, of molten lava that has baked rocks. And yes, that's absolutely correct. If you are looking, Pikes Peak Auditors is on the WebEx, and PJ, I should dial in and listen, but I can't broadcast that until we get to Pikes' case. And so that's why good, La Luz. That is amazing. And I am excited to see and hear and blessed that we know as a community at large that you're one of those amazing human beings that are impacted by the life of Eric Brandt and will continue to speak to its legacy. Because that's the story of winners and losers, is what we tell and how we tell the story. And for Eric Brandt, a person that a retiring judge last referred to Malcolm X and Martin Luther King in the same sentencing as they referred to Eric Brandt. So Black National Freedom Fighter, if you find me on Facebook and you send me a friend request, then send me a message with that friend request. I'll get it. If you just send me your friend request, I won't pay attention to it. Too many people do that. There are thousands and thousands of pages that are sex workers and scam websites. So I'm accustomed to getting friend requests on a regular basis. I'm also accustomed to not paying a damn attention to any of them. But I do check my messages, and if there's a message with a friend request, then I will get that and I will process it. So the legacy of Eric Brandt is an important legacy, and how we tell it is how we do things. So I really wish that there was somebody on this live stream that was at Pike Peak Auditor's court date to do jury education today, but that didn't happen, and I couldn't do it. Oh, perfect. So La Luz, that's good. Please do me a favor, Joe, and send me a text message. Once you've made your first video, send me a text message with the link so that I can make sure I'm subscribed, alerted, and sharing those things. Good morning, Lion One, as well. So, yeah, Freedom Fighter, hit me up. We'll get you hooked up with something that's in your budget, and understand that that's all things. La Luz, one of the things I want to talk about real quick is the fact that we got clay down there that I'm going to need some, I think. We got a guy throwing some right now. So the next time somebody drives up from down there, I think Eric probably showed you in the pond, salted pond area, where I was getting some clay. We're going to throw pots and make heaters for the homeless with clay from Eric's land while he's serving his sentence. Because the story of winners and losers is about the lifespan. It's about the message that you make, and that you recognize the moral aspects of what Eric's done. Eric recognized in an open court that his morals were to hold the courts accountable and to hold the public spaces of human rights accountable, to be held, and to be a staunch and ardent speaker about the human condition. So if that's the case, then we have to continue. We have to talk about the spirit of others and how we continue to fight for the rights. Now, does Pike Pete deserve somebody standing outside his courthouse today? Yes, he does. He's a fighter for our rights. I just have to function and admit that I can't be the guy today. I wish I had been able to communicate and extend that a little bit more sooner, so that we could have gotten somebody there for him. Um, yes, have a great morning, and know that we're all in this together. So so La Luz, we're gonna show the work being done. 300 sandbags is gonna take a while, and I don't want you to do it by yourself. I know that there are people all over that watch this, and what a statement, what a mecca it could be to drive to La Junta, Colorado, and then go out to the ranch and spend a little time picking up on what Joe's putting down. What if we went out and filled sandbags? Now, we're not going to build the teepee in full, I don't think, because that's got a limited lifespan. But sanding the wood, doing all the things, maybe cutting out the concrete or the space for the house model that he's built, right? All those are options. PJ, are you still watching Pike's Court in the background as well? Probably, hopefully. And by the way, you can put that link in my thing here, so people can go watch Pikes Peak Auditors and listen to the courts. One of the things that we want you to do is get over COVID and start sitting in the courtroom. Get back to the watching of judges and magistrates and understanding what the difference is and how we hold the public defender's office accountable to plea deals that don't violate the law. This 35C thing is going to be an issue that we're going to talk about real soon. And I got to get on the horn about that too before I forget in regards to that. Yep. So PJ, why don't you drop the link in there for us, please? Or La Luz, Pikes Peak Auditors is in courtroom 4A. And we all got roles. My role right now is to get these masks done before this sewing machine gets packed and stored for a few weeks where I won't have access to it. Because we will make any mask digital color printed that anybody wants. This is the current one. Oops, this is the current one. Full color printed. Right? Hand stitched with love from yours truly. And it's a continuous stitch process, if you can tell. There's probably 20 or 30 masks in the line right now. Some of them at various stages of the stitching process. It's pieced, right? We pieced this together. I actually had a friend help me make some of this. Randall got us finally set up with our 3D, our digital mask outline, so that the printer has the capacity to size things up. So, as you can see here, various stages of masks, and all of these are full masks now, where the pieces have been pinned together. There's approximately 13 stitch lines per mask, unless there's an error in the stitching from the manufacturer's point of view, and then it takes a couple extra fixes sometimes. Perfection. Come on. Buenos dias. So, friends, oh my goodness. Okay, so that's what I'm supposed to be teaching you, and that means we're going to do that right now. So, let's zoom in on my computer screen, and I'm going to get that address bar, hopefully. Okay, so let's go here. We're going to go to denvercountycourts.org. Okay, So if you want to type along with me, PJ, denvercountycourt.org. Okay, can you see that? Welcome to Denver County Court. Okay, now appearances by video or phone is right there. Click here, and that's again denvercountycourt.org. I should just do it right here, shouldn't I? And then you're going to scroll down here, joining a virtual courtroom by computer. There's Teams hardware requirements that you have to have, so you can figure that out. And then you come down here to 4A, and you click the link, and oh jeez, I guess this one doesn't have it. Wrong computer this morning. So he's in 4A. We're going to copy that right there. You can also dial in, and that's what we want you to see. There you go, PJ. Good job. Yep. So, oops. This is where we're at in the process. Y'all get in there. Because I'm not allowed to broadcast that. Yes, Eric is in court. And now listen, I got to cover a couple of these things. So let me tell you about this. Because I want to make sure that at least those of you who are in here are persistent and consistent. Wow, that's zoomed in. And the thing that I want to be persistent and consistent about is that y'all need Jesus.
Hey, ¿cómo está?
Morning, bien, bien. Y'all need Jesus because you got to figure out how to do some of these things in the right way. So, when sending money to Eric Brandt, do not send $100. Send $99.99, and your fee is $3 cheaper. If you are going to be calling him and scheduling a visit, remember that he's only allowed 7 phone visitations a week, and so everybody gets one on a different day. Also, you can put money on your phone so that he can call you. But first, you need to send him a letter in the mail. The letter in the mail will give him your phone number so that he can call you. Yes, thank you, Lady Zaga. Denver Inmate Search is the right website there. So, drop some stamps in an envelope. If you want to put money on his books, the best way to do that is to get his inmate number and then go to the United States Postal Service. Get a money order from the USPS in any denomination that you wish and send it there. But I want to warn you that Eric has some trials coming up and he's going to be moving around a little bit. So we are working together with some people. We're going to be setting up a pool. And if somebody has that link, which I think is already there, the pool is going to allow us for the long haul, 12 years or 4, 6, however long it takes, to continuously allow him to have a budget, a calculated budget, not an off-the-cuff budget, okay? So a regulated budget will allow him food for his commissary, postage, a computer tablet, so he can access his cases. There's all kinds of things that are going to be happening. Okay? So, what you're going to do, La Luz, good morning, Joe Cool. What we're going to do is be able to help Eric in that way, right? That's what I'm trying to explain today. Yeah. So, Joe Cool, baby, good morning. Glad you got a good night's sleep. Restful, I hope. Huh. Alright. So much for that one.
No sé, no fui para allá.
Alright, folks. In court. Go to court. Go talk to, Joe, you should stop at the office if you want to do a live stream from outside the courthouse today. Where for Pikes Peak auditors, you could pick up some jury education flyers to give to people. I think I have some in my car. Or you should get them from Janet's if she has any before you leave. And spot check news. If you're emailing me, I'll get it. And I'm not reading all of this stuff. So Joe Cool, seriously and absolutely, if you're coming downtown, get the flyers from Janet before you leave, or go back for them, please. Go educate the jury. That's going to be called for the 10 o'clock. They're still coming in. People will be going out to their cars, different things. It never hurts to try. I'd be very grateful for that, but I am at the office. The other thing that I have to do today, besides stacking these masks, is take a bunch of shirts and order them in an order. So if you want to help out with that for a little bit, that'd be cool. Otherwise, I'm just kind of on my hustle this morning to get these done and to get ready to move. So yeah, that's great. Good job. And then get those, take them down to the courthouse. It's Lindsay Flanagan. We'll get you an address somehow if you don't have it. And then, help Pikes out, man. Because if he's called for jury trial today, we want those jurors walking in, even though she show up late. Because what happens is that they make a determination, and then they call more jurors in, right? If they're going to do a jury trial, and they don't have enough in the house, they're going to send some more down. So, trays are delivered by pod, so no one person is likely to get poisoned or anything like that, if that's what you're out talking about. I don't know. I'm not following along right now. Yep. So that's where I'm at, folks. We're stitching out. We're running this out. And we're going from there. That's all I got right now. I'm just trying to keep this process going right here. Remember, folks, there's only going to be about 50 of these autographed. Is my expectation. That's a permanent expectation. I only believe that I will have about 50 of these when I'm done. So, don't be sad when we run out. You know, Joe Cool wasn't at Janet's because he was online. He didn't get on her Wi-Fi password or something, so you got to go out and drive away from Janet's because she's in the dead zone. Love that woman, by the way. Love that woman. Hey, KB all day. Thanks for stopping in. I think that the best way to support Eric right now is to build a relationship with him via written letters. Sending Eric handwritten letters, including a ability for him put some stamps in there, or stamp an envelope, pre-stamped, pre-addressed envelopes that he can write you back is what I think I remember as the way to do it. And have a relationship. That's the best thing any of us could do to support Eric right now, is be intentional to build a relationship with him. Right? And he's going to have court cases. There's like 7 more trials coming up, I think. So there's a reason that we're sure he's strategic about starting the time for his sentence now, to give him a chance to focus, right? To understand the moral implications of what he did, and to show that while he's trialing for everything else. That's all I can say about it. Pikes Peak Court, thank you very much. Pajama, do we have Eric's mailing address with his, and he's currently at the Denver Sheriff's. Eric actually has a sentencing, today's Thursday, as well. Jefferson County Court. PJ, you're figuring this out. Can you look up the Jefferson County Courthouse so that we can have a WebEx sentencing today for his Jeffco case? Again, this was part of his global plea deal. The website is 404. Okay, so what you do is go to the search box. It's inmate search, right? And just put in the last name Grant. It'll have his Denver number in the inmate search. And we know he was there yesterday because I saw his attorney that was dropping off the paperwork. The attorney may not have wished to have an extensive conversation, but I do know that he was telling us as a community to be in support and start writing those damn letters. And he had some money on his books, so we don't want to do that too much. Again, folks, at the beginning, right? Because we're gonna support him in the long haul. So he's got money on his books today. We'll be good for a week or so, and we'll get it figured out. So, Yeah, I'm just trying to hammer these out before it's time for this thing to get put away. Oh, okay. Well, let's fix that. DenverGov.org is the website that we're going to start with. We're going to do male inmate. Inmate services is the page that we're going to start with. Rusty's at Mel's. And here's where we get the info. So it's good job, Rob. Will be one. Thank you very much. Okay, so that's the inmate search, and then we get to the inmate search and we say Brant, and now we have his booking number and his CD number is inside of that. So now we can go here. Now we can go Eric Brant CD. And there you go. Yeah, absolutely. Fuck DSS. We need to do that. So, good morning, Too Tall Rob. As we're explaining to everybody, actually, so Rob B1, do me two favors. That was a state website. Check to see if there are 2 hearings for Eric today. And we need to start figuring that out. There's Arapahoe County. There's a Adams County cases, and Jefferson County, and state as well. So remember that state charges are going to be from the state's website, which you found there. Municipal charges are going to be on the county courts. And teamwork makes the dream work. So everybody taking the time to figure that out is how we're going to work this together. Posting some links, all that jazz. Okay? Otherwise, for now, I got some shit to take care So yeah, most of you guys really shouldn't be here unless you're like in multiple courtrooms right now, and you're only in here because you're getting what you need. Good morning. Did you board in today? Oh, thought maybe you was all punk and like going down the hill. That's not very far to board at all. 15 minutes is a nice casual ride. Or is that 15 minutes by car? Yeah, that would be a little different then. Thanks, Spot Check News. Appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. The 1983 Dude Ranch, La Luz. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to encourage people to come work with you throughout the summertime. Take a break from their life. Go see the stars in their full glory at night. We got people down there to meet, communicate with, who will be blessed by the visitors. So thank you, Rob. And if we got to get connected with Otto and a couple of other people, because there was a program, a computer program that was created to search and roll all of those things. And so we'll probably just need to have a phone call or six to get things tied up. One of those will probably be Lacey R that I'll need to have a conversation with. But everybody's working together. This is reunifying the team in many ways. And hopefully, we're going to get out of this ahead of things. So for those of you who might be tuning in now, I am mask making, autographed masks by hand, as you can see, machine, but by hand here, that are autographed by the Cop Flipper, the original, when he was chalking before he even became a public figure and went to jail for children's sidewalk chalk, right? He would autograph everything with the Cop Flipper logo. So these are a combination of the evolution of Eric Brandt's torrid, sword, crazy, ridiculously mad history with the city and county municipalities of the state of Colorado, where Eric has, for a decade, maintained his role as their accountability partner. Now it's your turn, folks. You and me, we need to become the accountability partners for our government. We want good police, right? It's the 3 letters. It's Eric's 8 letters, but I say those 11 letters because the word bad is very important in this process. If we have good police officers who do good stuff, and we and hold the ones who are misbehaving accountable, then we'd have more good examples, right? So what we have to do is we have to create the relationship in such a way, recreate the relationship, re-identify what it is. And that's my next level of goal. Because, and not everybody, I'm going to lose a bunch of you. I'm going to lose a bunch of you because you're not going to agree with it, and I don't care. But if we're going to get out of this war zone of us and thems, then we have to have a infrastructure that isn't based on a slave master. It's based on an accountability partner. And the accountability partner has a role, and that role is to guide and nudge. And I'm going to speak about that because the police officers that I know personally include commanders who are willing to turn themselves into internal investigations if they are not wearing their own body cameras when they're out in public and they're supposed to. Well, I misbehaved. You know, I want you to know that that's accountability. So we want that all the time because we want commanders who are in the field to have an expectation that they're either wearing their damn body camera all the flipping time so that when they are on the call of emergency, everything is automatic, right? Body cameras are activated because their badge numbers are called out on units. And the RFID tag in their body camera, because the dispatch sent them, turns their camera on automatically. Could you imagine that world? I can. So, yeah. That's where I'm at. I want them to identify automatically in a way that their badge number, their accountability is not a target for them, or they're not going to claim it's a fear of them being targeted. It's a I'm glad to be accountable as an employee and civil servant, and I don't do things wrong to be targeted, right? The idea is that when you're out at a SWAT activity, because you know that everybody's watching you at a protest, your name badges are on, right? If you're not badged up and visible, you must not want to be accountable. You must not want people to know who you are and that you're a good officer. That's my expectation, and that's my argument. Rob, I can't. I love you, buddy, but if you want me to communicate, it's got to be two-way. And I love you, but I'm on my way to a funeral. I literally do not have free time in my day today to add text messages to the list of stuff. I'm sorry. Maybe next week sometime. But as a reminder, if you're in the Chicagoland area, I'll be flying in and out of Midway Airport. And I'm looking for a place and people to crash with, hang out, build the community on Saturday night. I've been chilling with Joe, but he's over here, yo. And y'all should go check him out on his live stream. See if he doesn't always go live when he does shit. That's all right. That's all right. They're calling the Sexton case now. Okay, folks. Let's see if we can get in. I really don't even have time to be doing this, right? Need to be invited to teams to use the app? What the hell? I don't have time for this, folks. Oh, see, yeah, this is my warehouse. I gotta pack all this up today and move. So I'm just gonna say goodbye. I got shit to do. I love you all. I hope you're having a great day. AK Twin Mommy, good to see you. Pushing out the case. Good job. Thank you. That's all I need to know. Now it's time to holler at Joe, tell him he's good, he can quit his work right now because he don't have to do that. And it's time for me to stay on this. All right, we'll talk to you later. If you're in Denver, email me or send me a text or something and come help me. I'd love it. Otherwise, we'll see you on the other side. If you're in the Chicagoland area or you know somebody who's pretty damn cool as an auditor, I tried to get a hold of Chicago Mike, but I couldn't reach him. Yo, hit me up. Let's hang out. Let's have some fun. Let's go to the museum or something. I don't know. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Do a live stream from inside the museum. If we could get out broadcasting. I don't know how that shit works. Yeah, I know he does. He's. I just gotta get. I gotta get slowed down to figure it out. That's the problem. I gotta slow down to figure it out. I'm trying to finish this mess, this file, right? Because y'all want these masks and y'all want to give Eric $20 extra in his phone account for like a $45 mask. That's cool, or not, but Gotta get it done. Can't leave it halfway. Talk to y'all later.